You are listening to the number one podcast for men 40 plus who buy beer at Target. Aging Immaturely is brought to you by Anchor. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. First of all, it's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. So it's official now. We got 3 episodes up. We're on Spotify. We are for real. Yes, all that hard work that we put in 3 episodes. This is episode 4. So you can find us on Spotify, Aging Immaturely. You can email us at agingimmaturely@gmail.com or Facebook or Instagram, Aging Immaturely. It is official. But we are still doing this podcast in a social distance way, being responsible as our worldwide headquarters of our media empire, social Aging Immaturely, is being erected, possibly at this moment.
Sounds like a big deal.
It is a big deal because this is the media empire of Aging Immaturely. This is just the beginnings, but things are coming along as our worldwide headquarters is being erected.
Wow. Well, I don't think we're going to have a problem finding, commercial space or anything for our main headquarters.
No. They're giving that shit away in New York City.
Yeah.
That's getting cheaper by the day.
How many square feet do you think we need?
Not much. Although we'll probably get everything at a discount. Big time. I mean, there's going to be nowhere to eat. That's the other problem.
So we'll have to bring our lunch.
I bag it. I brown bag it every day.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm a brown bagger.
Do you have like a go-to, like just a regular sandwich, or?
It's usually for me, I would say 75% of the time it's a sandwich. A lot of times salad, and often depends on what's for dinner. The possible leftovers.
The leftovers I do quite often.
Right.
Sandwich I get tired of. It just makes me think of, being in school.
I don't mind. I mean, you know what? I'm not a heavy lunch eater.
No. As long as I have my coffee in the morning, it kind of sets the tone for the day, and then I'm good to go. I
got to have breakfast nowadays. I'm a big breakfast. I'm not, again, not huge breakfast. But, I'll take with me. What are you doing over there?
What am I doing?
I don't know. I hear a lot of stuff going on.
It's a lot of activity over here. It's a whole operation.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You see, I can't see you. So we don't have the YouTube video yet going. Hopefully one day we'll do something.
Exactly. The webcam.
When we have the webcam, when we can do the split screen, and people actually want to see us.
You hear all that banging going on?
Yeah, what is that?
That's called the kids are home from school.
Oh yeah, today was actually the first day of school.
Yeah, it was interesting.
How was your? How did they do?
They did okay. It was kind of interesting pulling up to the school and seeing all these kids, but It was only half the kids because of the last names, and they were in their face masks, and then they had those trifold.
Oh yeah,
plexiglass divider things, protection.
Yeah,
and it was pretty organized.
Really?
It's actually kind of impressive to realize like how organized it was between all the different grades and the entrances and separating them. They did a pretty good job, but it's a lot of logistics for day to day.
Right, and remember that was only half the school.
Yeah,
right?
I know.
So
yeah.
you got what, junior high
and high school.
Okay, we have high school, junior high, and elementary school.
There you go. So you got all 3.
Yeah, so we were the ones. The 2 older ones were home. Well, everybody was home today. The 2 older ones started today, and maybe did actually 5 minutes, from what I heard, like 5 minutes of work.
That's what I heard also. I heard it was just like the ones that were in school, they gave a little more attention to. The ones on the Zooms, they just said, pop in, take attendance, and then let them go, which is good. I mean, it's a big adjustment.
I understand the adjustment, but I just think it's going to be a total shit show. Either way, it's terrible. I mean, really, I just feel by the end of the day that they're going to get half an, as long as they're doing this, the days that they're not there, they're getting half an education. I mean, they can't even ask, questions of the teacher.
It's very difficult.
Yeah. Look,
I don't think this is an easy thing.
No. And, look, it's the first day they're learning, they got booted basically with no plan. And now you would assume that they had much more time, months to go over this, but still it's, you're in uncharted territory. You don't know how it's going to go. You can't really blame anybody. And I'm sure at the end of the day, there's going to be a lot of crawling before you walk.
Of course.
And and hopefully they'll be able to figure it out, because at the end of the day, it's the kids that lose.
Yeah. I the hope is they find a vaccine, things start to go to normal, school comes together, but I think we're a long ways away from there.
I would like to, I think if they can eventually go back to school full time, everybody, which I think is going to be possible, even if it's just even less than half the year, even if like you're talking March, April to the end of the year, it's possible. You never know. But I don't think next year is going to have to go back to 100% normal. I don't think you could do this year after year.
No. I think you just have a COVID generation of education, and that's how unfortunately, those kids would be labeled, I think.
What if this continues?
Yeah,
we're gonna have stupid kids.
I don't think that's stupid. I think that it's just
so. This is China. This is China's master plan to dumb down the United States. Is what you're telling me? The COVID was not only to get Trump out of office, but to also dumb down the United States.
That's a pretty big conspiracy theory. I mean, remember, a lot of jobs were going overseas anyway.
Right.
Before,
we were starting to bring them back. We were bringing them back.
I think they were starting to come a little bit in a couple of areas, but then it's still, that whole STEM program, that science, technology, engineering, math. It's, still, I think, something that's still overseas.
No, I know a lot of it is, but, we're trying to bring it back.
Yeah.
You know what shocked me? In this whole thing? Nobody could believe how much shit is made in China.
That should not be surprising.
No.
No. That is
really? We make all PPE equipment in China? Yeah, dude.
Well, when you talk about that, then I still can't get over how hard it was for us to create the mask just for the original protection. A piece of cloth, a string to go around your ears, and we could not get it as many as we couldn't manufacture enough.
Well,
I don't understand why.
What are you talking? Well, let me ask you. Let's go back to this. What are you talking mask wise? Are we talking about the surgical mask? Are you talking about an N95? Or are you talking about like just the everyday mask that people are wearing now?
I'm kind of talking about a combination.
Because those things, the ones that we're wearing, just the cloth, those things exploded. I mean, they came out of nowhere. Once we got that into production, or everybody started realizing we need masks, that was easy to make.
No, I'll tell you when it exploded. When they were able to make them a little trendy and just not, it was an accessory and not a health safety measure.
Right.
That's
you knew that was going to happen. Everybody was going to jump on the bandwagon, and who is it? You saw everybody Gucci and
Gucci.
You had to have a Gucci mask,
tie-dye masks.
I've got fake Off-White. I'll admit it. I had to go cool, man. Come on.
I've got like one or two masks.
Okay. I know you got the basics.
Yeah, that's it.
You knew
But
that was gonna. You knew it was gonna be an accessory, though. Everybody was gonna jump on it.
yeah, it's like the boutique accessory. It's got to match it's mostly a lot for women. Like men will put on the ones that are funny. The women will put on the ones that are just accessories.
Right.
Not sure if it's doing anything, but it looks good.
Okay, but are you wearing are you who's going to dare to wear, something a little risque?
Well, some of them look ridiculous.
Like what?
So,
like what?
I
wanted one, I wanted one of the Bane masks, man. I want to look cool.
Yeah. I'm more of a plain type of mask person, but some of them get when they really, really intentionally match the outfits, I think it's just kind of a funny thing.
That's taken a little too far.
Yeah,
plus the fact,
a little bit.
But where are you going?
I don't know.
Honestly, like where are you going that you need to match your mask to your, to your outfit?
Well, I mean, it has to match. If you're going to go and sit in a parking lot in a tent,
right,
at 100
waiting for your
degree
kids,
heat, and eat a $50 steak somewhere, you've got to match.
I don't know, but you're not wearing the mask while you're eating.
No.
Okay, so it's basically just to walk from the maitre d' to the table.
Correct.
You got to look good for those few minutes.
Correct. It's like when I can't remember the last time I saw this, but when you used to go out for dinner and you had to wear a jacket to
right.
Men had to wear a jacket.
Those days, yeah. I mean, those days are way over.
Oh.
I remember when we used to go to clubs when we were like in our 20s, you couldn't wear jeans.
No.
You had to wear a pair of khakis or slacks.
Yeah, typically the black pants.
Right. The black pants, you can get away with the black jeans.
That was
pushing the limit.
That was aggressive, but yeah, you could do that.
Right. But not now. Everything now they're just saying just don't wear sweatpants.
Now they're just saying just be dressed.
Yeah. No backward baseball caps and no sweatpants. And if you do that, you're good to go. You can get in anywhere.
Well, not backward baseball hats, but sometimes the forward-facing ones. If
I mean, it's still you go into a restaurant, you go to a club, take the hat off.
So you're like out of respect.
A little, you got to have a little bit.
Little respect.
A little bit. You know what? As society goes, we're very casual society, which is cool. I like it. But you still have to, you go to temple, you get dressed up, right?
Of course.
Right. You wear your beanie and you wear your, your tallis, depending on where you go. But, it's a show of respect. So at certain times, yes, holidays, you get dressed up. I don't think you need to do it all the time. Look, I'm a jeans and t-shirt guy going to work, but also, it's a warehouse. So I don't need to get dressed.
Yeah.
It's not my thing. But like on a Saturday night, it's my time. I'll still wear jeans. I'll still wear cool jeans, but I like to get dressed up. It makes me feel good.
What's really funny is that on a Saturday
look
night,
good, feel good, baby.
I push it because on a Saturday night, because when I was going to the office, I was wearing, slacks and a button down. So that was my time to wear the jeans and the t-shirt on a Saturday night.
Okay, so you dumbed it down.
So I went down.
Dialed it down. Sorry.
Yeah.
You dialed it down.
Dialed it down.
And I had to dial it up. Not only that, you know what I found, which is awesome. I used to wear jeans and shit on the week. I am a sweatpant guy all weekend now.
Yeah.
Sweatpants are cool.
Yeah.
I would say, once Lululemon came out with the men's sweatpants, and now, you got your joggers, you got your sweats, a little tapered.
Hold on a second. Wait, are you saying you're a Lululemon wearer?
Yeah. Time to time.
Yeah, I haven't crossed over.
It's not that. I get where you're coming from, but their stuff is quality. The shit don't stink. I've been wearing like the same sleeveless top to cycle in for years, and it doesn't stink.
Anybody
Nike
I know that's a man that has Lululemon has said it's unbelievable.
Exactly. The quality, it's expensive, but the quality is great.
I can't. Phenomenal. I still to this day can't do it.
And you know what? Little secret: if you they will tailor your sweatpants.
Oh, that's insane.
Why?
Tailoring sweatpants?
Yeah, but if it's got an open bottom, if you're not tapered at the bottom, if there's no elastic bottom, and they're all one size. That's the one thing about sweatpants. If you don't go with a tapered bottom or the elastic bottom, it's like it could be 3-4 inches too long and you're walking on it.
So buy a smaller pair of sweatpants.
But it doesn't go like that. But if I'm a medium, I can't fit into a small. Because if I put on a small, then, I'm basically wearing a pair of nut huggers.
That's the cut of Lululemon, though. That's what you're doing.
No.
You're probably going a size up for that reason, but it's throwing
they're
off
just
the
cut. They're cut fuller in that area.
Not much.
Well, everything's worn below the waist now. You remember back in the day when we were growing up, you pulled your fucking pants up to your belly button. It's not like that anymore.
Why do you think that was?
It was a different time.
Was it a time or were we built differently?
Why, you think?
I mean, have our waists dropped in height?
No, I don't think our waist dropped in height. It's just, evolution of...
evolution. There you go.
No, but I don't think we've evolved as you get older, as we have things start to move around. Well, I mean, your nuts were once up more and now they're starting to, gravity takes over.
Right.
But look through, no, but I'm saying it's evolution of fashion. Look through time when, people used to wear their pants really high. Nobody wore a belt and everybody wore suspenders. Or you watch the shit from the 20s and everybody wore like knickers and high socks.
Yeah.
Now look, everybody wears socks that are, what are they called? The anklets.
Yeah.
You wear little socks. You don't wear the socks that you wore 40 years ago.
You remember those socks you pulled up to your knees and like they had the stripes at the top?
Oh yeah. You wore those, a pair of Nikes and like a pair of shorts with the white stripe that went around went around the bottom too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was classic.
Oh yeah. It's we should bring that back.
No. Well, you know who does that? There is one. What is it? American Apparel. Have you ever heard of American Apparel? They have they have stuff like that, like real retro, like mostly women. But if you ever want to, like, what is going on over there? Are you typing? Are you bringing up some kind of data that I don't know about?
I'm finding retro high socks.
Okay. So you wear them over Halloween or something. There you go. I could be the retro guy.
Look, in the NBA, they kind of wear them in the NBA.
Well, socks are coming up. Well, the socks went up again.
Yeah.
Remember you had that time with the black socks. I think it was, the Fab Five brought the socks down because the shorts went down.
Yeah.
And now the shorts are starting to come up again.
Well, you know who I think started the anklet kind of sock revolution? It's probably Mike Tyson.
Well, I don't even think he didn't even wear socks.
He wasn't wearing socks at all?
No, he wore the black. He wore black tights, black shorts, and black shoes and no socks. That was his. Yeah, that was his thing. I think it was Jordan. He would knock you out, and he didn't know what time it was.
Maybe he didn't think it was worth putting on a pair of socks because he knew the match would be over in like 30 seconds.
Oh, he didn't wear a robe either. He wore a towel, and that was it. That was over. I think we are maybe the number one podcast for men who saw Mike Tyson win his first world title.
Oh, do you ever watch those videos of him on YouTube where oh my God.
Yeah, they had it actually on when COVID started. ESPN had like 2 days of Tyson. And I've watched a lot on ESPN because, I box now. So I'm very into it. And he was brutal. I mean, some of those knockouts, unreal. And
He's still good.
I remember the night. I remember the night he fought Trevor Berbick for the his first title, November 22nd, 1986. It was my best friend's bar mitzvah that day, and HBO. No, I remember HBO, and we went to his house at night. You know, you had the after party, and we went. And I remember the fight. You remember he stumbled one way, stumbled the other, and then they called it, and he became the youngest heavyweight champion in history.
I just remember they started getting. Was he always on like pay-per-view, or that was like later on?
No, I don't think. At the time, a lot of it was HBO.
Yes,
I don't think
that's
okay. Pay-per-view wasn't as popular yet.
But I remember it started to get to the point with the pay-per-view that people didn't want to pay for it because it was going to be over in 30 seconds.
Right. So the whole thing was a waste. You spent $49.95. Nobody watched, and they would broadcast the what's it called, the lower part, the pre-fight, the lower card.
Yeah.
And nobody watched that. You were out. The championships fights traditionally, even today, they don't start until like 11:30 at night because it's out of most of them were out of Vegas. But he fought a lot out of New Jersey, Atlantic City, because he was buddy with the Donald.
He was a big deal.
Oh, back then?
Oh my God.
Yeah. He fought all the time at the Atlantic City Convention Center, and I think Trump ran that. So he fought in Atlantic City a lot. Not as much as in Vegas, and then he got his ass handed to him in Tokyo.
Yeah. To me, he's just even today when you see him move, it's just so natural for him.
Well, isn't he supposed to be fighting Roy Jones Jr. soon?
I thought he was, but I haven't heard anything recently.
Right. Let me see. Because I remember it was like this whole thing. Because he's been on. My kids make me watch him. He's been all over Instagram, and he looks crazy good.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't lose. Yeah. Here it is. Roy Jones Jr. is an upcoming exhibition boxing match contest.
September 12th. That was from July.
No. Now, but Roy Jones Jr., the bout is scheduled to take place on November 28th, 2020.
So it's coming up?
Yeah, 2020. I mean, I'm looking at some pictures of Mike right now.
He looks good.
He's definitely not... It definitely does not look like Hangover Tyson.
No, he looks kind of like shredded compared to the way he used to be.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at one right now. I mean, he looks. Look, you don't lose, like they always say, you don't lose the power.
He didn't lose the power.
No, not like Lipa. He has the power and he can retain his power. Maybe
he should tell them how to hold the power at Lipa.
Maybe. I'm telling you, Lipa, call Mike Tyson. He'll help you out. Now, he looks ripped. I mean, he got rid of the gut. Looks to be toned.
Oh, he's toned.
Yeah. I think Roy Jones Jr. looking a little flabby there.
Yeah.
Here, they got... Oh, wow. Here they go. Here we go. They got a before and after picture, actually. This is Tyson, and, I mean, he looks a little puffy, got the gut. And comparing to what he looks now, I mean, he looks like to be in phenomenal shape. Yeah, here's another one. Maybe once we have the YouTube thing going and we're simulcasting it, we can show the pictures we're looking at. But no, he looks really good.
Yeah,
he looks. I mean, how old is he? 50? He's in his 50s, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the six-pack going, no flab.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You know. He looks like he's ripped.
Right. Remember Ric Flair?
Sure.
Never had the great body, but I mean, he had that old man, tire going on. You could see some. There might have been a six-pack down there. That's not what Tyson's got. Tyson looks freaking awesome.
All right, now hang on a second. So now they're saying, okay, so he's 54, and they're saying
we should
he's
be so
5'10", which we knew, but they're saying he's 240. Is that right?
No, he can't be
He
240
can't be
now.
240. Hang on a second.
No, I think he would. He would. My guess is he would fight between 210, 220.
He's got to be lighter than that. He looks small.
But he's carrying a lot of muscle. Dude, that's not fat.
He's
That's
training
pure
it.
muscle.
They say he's training at 220 now.
I could see it.
Yeah, that I can see. There's no way he was 240.
All right, what was your fighting weight?
my fighting
What
weight
you
keeps
got?
going. My fighting weight keeps going up now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Age 54. Let's see. Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. Tail the tape right now. Tyson's 54. Jones is 51. Mike's had 58 fights. Jones 75 professional fights. Wow. Tyson's 150. Jones 66. Tyson's got 40. Wow. Roy Jones Jr. has got more knockouts, but has fought more. Mike's lost 6 times. Roy Jones 9. Last fight. Mike Tyson last fought in June 2005. Roy Jones, February 2018. Damn. I mean, at what point do you just hang it up?
I don't.
Did you poorly manage your money that much?
I was just gonna say the money's got to be pretty good still, but I don't know, to get back in the ring at 50.
He's been fighting. He's 51. He fought 2 years ago.
Yeah, so he's basically 50.
He last fought at about 49 years old. I'm 46, man. I got in the ring yesterday. I was doing it yesterday. I couldn't take it. I took like 4. Well, I got to tell you one thing that's happening now. I'm starting to feel more comfortable with things.
More comfortable in what sense?
Well, I went to I took my first indoor haircut a few days ago. Okay, so I didn't Pelosi it.
Okay.
Mine was legit.
You didn't go to a shutdown salon?
No, I didn't go. I made a real appointment. I didn't go to a shutdown salon with cameras. I kept my mask on. And then I didn't try to put the barber out of business after.
Could you imagine, hey, it's me. I'm ready to come in.
But it's not only that. I mean, we don't get political on the show. We hate everybody equally. But she's just a disgusting individual. She really is. The only thing I got to apologize for is that I got set up. I mean, really, it was Donald Trump's fault. Donald Trump forced me to go get my hair done because he's made me so crazy the last 4 years that my hair was falling out and turning white. And I was going to be on MSNBC that night, and I had to look good. So it's all his fault. She would blame him that it's his fault that she went to the salon to get set up.
Two questions for you. Ready?
Maybe Michael.
Let's see how much you know about Nancy Pelosi. 1, how old is she?
She's 80.
Okay.
Am I right?
That's perfect.
Yes.
Number 2, net worth.
$300 million.
Here it says at a minimum $54 million.
Oh, still.
But they're saying that she's $54 million in assets and $20 million in liabilities. How could that?
Huh?
Come on, this.
I thought her husband was I thought her husband was worth like $300 million.
Oh, maybe he is. How do you? What is $20 million in liabilities?
Debt.
That's some credit card.
Well, no. Well, if you have houses or investments, well, if she has a private jet. That, by the way, the government pays for her jets. Jetting back and forth.
Yeah, this one I'm looking at here is all over the place. They're kind of guessing a little bit at what she said and what she had. Now they're saying, okay, here it's not 196. It's just it's 80 years old.
I mean, basically, what you're saying is that she can solve the whole homeless problem in her whole district with the amount of money and have left over and to live on and have enough to buy her ice cream.
Look,
right.
I would say for the most part, you and I, we enjoy working. being productive in society, challenging. But I mean, when
that's
you're
what
80,
look.
when you're 80,
Yeah.
and if you're worth, 50 million, 200 million, yeah, I'd give it a lot of thought, man, about maybe, slowing down when I'm 80.
But it's not about slowing down. It's all about power.
But at 80?
That's all it is. It's all about power. Yes. And have you noticed her eyebrows are constantly creeping up to the top of her head?
It's a power play.
What, the eyebrows?
Yeah. The positioning of the eyebrow, very
shot up. I mean, her face is so shot up already. Did you ever see the movie Just Go With It? Adam Sandler?
No.
Where he plays the all right, bring this up. Or if you're listening or haven't seen the movie, there's a movie, Adam Sandler, Just Go With It. Brooklyn Decker's in the movie.
Okay.
So Kevin Nealon plays this guy in the movie, and he's constantly getting Botox. And his face doesn't move. It's dead. The whole face is dead. And he can't even laugh. He's like, oh, can't speak. And that's what she's turning into. Every time I see her, it reminds me of Kevin Nealon's character from Just Go With It. With the amount of work that she's had done.
You know how there's like a minimum age for like driving, drinking?
Right.
There should be a minimum age for Botox.
I would say there's a minimum age to run for president for our country, but that doesn't seem to matter.
There should definitely be a minimum age for Botox. So I think some people are starting way too early today.
Well, has your wife gotten it?
Never.
We've had that.
Oh, so you've had a little dabble with the needle.
Well, she says to me, "What do you think?" I'm like, honey, I'm not in love with you because of your forehead. Like, your forehead doesn't tell me. There's other things that do it a little, when you describe somebody, it's like, hey, what do you think? I'm like, she's got beautiful eyes and an amazing forehead. Right?
Oh,
that's not the first thing I go for. I like a good ass, some tits, legs are looking good, something like that. But I don't know, the forehead really never came into the equation. That's my list. That's way down on the list.
Maybe the forehead's the new thing to look at. Maybe that's where we've been missing out. There's a whole world out there.
I don't know. Maybe I could take my projector and watch a movie on your forehead because
it's so smooth. Perfect. It's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. I get that they get to fill it. I don't understand the lip thing. They get that shit. The lip. They can't even speak or like.
You can't tell if they're smiling.
No,
they can't move their mouth.
No, you can't. They can't between both. Like, you can't. I'm telling you, like, that's what Nancy Pelosi looks like. It's everything doesn't move.
Yeah, jeez.
It takes away the stress lines. When they do this, it takes away the stress lines. So, all right, stop being stressed.
But still, I think it's just too much. People become unrecognizable.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. I mean, you take that picture from high school, you put it up next to you, and it looks like two different. I understand people age, but you know what the worst thing is? I got to tell you, when you have these older women, like you go see your parents in Florida, let's say,
okay,
and your parents live down there?
No.
Or you go, no, in-laws?
No,
have a place.
In-laws around the corner. Parents in Jersey.
They don't go down to Florida in the winter? Why not?
They just, I don't know.
Dude, I got to tell you, it's the best thing. My parents my parents bought a house right before, they finally finished it right before COVID came and got stuck down in Florida. It was like the best gift ever. Just no pressure. No pressure of having to go to Jersey. It's great. But, you go down there, so you go down to Florida, and the face doesn't match the rest of the body.
That's my point. Why do people think that they're not fooling anybody?
Yeah, I know they're pushing it past that age. Like there's certain ages you can get away with it, but when the face is perfect and like from the neck down you look like a fucking raisin, it doesn't make sense.
But even the face, there's something. You don't look at somebody who's like 70 years old and go, "Oh my God, they look 30. They look incredible."
Right.
People who say that are lying. They're trying to be complimentary. That's it.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it's ridiculous. Look, we're all looking for the fountain of youth.
Of course.
That's why we got to keep going to the gym.
Oh, well, I was going to actually ask you this. I totally forgot. Have you been going to the gym or?
September 2nd. Yeah. What was it? Yesterday. I don't even know what day of the week it is anymore. September 2nd. I did it. Gym open in New York City. I went boxing yesterday.
Okay.
South Box by Eric Kelly.
Okay.
South Box by Eric Kelly.
Got your workout in?
South Box by Eric Kelly. What?
Got your workout in?
I got my workout in at South Box with Eric Kelly. You hear that subtle plug? No, it was good to get back. You know what? Like somebody said to me, look, I've been Peloton, I'm a cycle guy at Peloton. I've been using the apps and been doing my thing, but I push myself on the bike, but like the weight stuff, not as much. I do my workout, but it was good. I like the boxing routine. I like what I do. He pushes me hard, and to have somebody like that pushes you harder than you would push yourself.
Yeah.
I go all out on the bike. I'm competitive, but I need that other workout part. And it was good. We were all wearing masks. I felt pretty comfortable in the place. You can't shower there. So I stink the rest of the day, but it was great to be back. And the sad thing is they had moved locations and they were just about to open the brand new location. And check it out on Instagram. You can follow him, Eric Kelly Life, South Box. Place looks amazing. And it was nice to go in, saw some old faces I haven't seen in a while. And, it really is a great place. And there's no pressure. Everybody's trying to help each other out. There's no competition. And, you got guys from the neighborhood who are just starting to learn. You've got some real Golden Gloves boxers in there, guys that are training that are real fighters. And just a great atmosphere. Huh? It's really fun. And I get my ass kicked.
What was that?
And it's fun. And I get my ass kicked.
Oh, so you do spar?
No. Well, first of all, you can't spar right.
Okay. But did you before?
Yeah. No, I won't get in the ring. I'm the Hebrew Hammer, man. I'm too pretty.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's boxing to me from a workout standpoint is probably one of the best workouts by far.
Yeah.
That you could possibly do.
Yeah. And not only that, you're working in those 3-minute segments.
It's that
you're not.
It's that high intensity. It's that
right. Interval training. It's interval training.
That to me is the hardest training.
Yeah. Well, that's what I used to do when I trained for when I was training for triathlons. I did a lot of interval work. Heart rate down, heart rate up, heart rate down, heart rate up, and it's the best thing to do to get into shape, I think.
But when you're keeping your arms up the whole time and you're moving your legs the whole time, even with no weights or anything, it's hard.
Yeah, even I'm training with 16-ounce gloves.
Even if you didn't have the gloves on,
it's a lot.
Even if you didn't have the gloves on, it's still exhausting.
Look, I do some things. I go 3-4. I've done, where I've thrown mitts, and let's say I've done 5 to 6 rounds. And then I go throw or I try to block for 3 minutes straight. You can't move your arms after.
No, I've done.
Yeah, it's a totally different way, it's a totally different way of training.
Yeah, I've always liked lifting heavy weights and that kind of a workout. Right. But there's nothing like that boxing type of workout. It's nothing compares. There's no comparison. It's exhausting.
Right. But like, I hate working out. See, I don't consider what I do working out. To me, working out is weights and I don't like that. I like to train. I need that to get in an hour, bang it out, and I'm done. I can't go to a gym and just lift weights. I find that to be the most boring thing in the world.
I find it completely therapeutic. Put your headphones on, go into your own world, listen to music, and you just push the weights. It feels good to me. I haven't done it in 6 months because I haven't gone back yet.
Perfect.
I want to.
So what are you doing? You look good. I've seen you.
Yeah, I look fine, but I miss that outlet.
Do you miss going to the gym? Okay, so you like the whole going to the gym
Correct.
experience.
I don't want to work out in my house.
Okay.
Same equipment an experience I get at the gym. I enjoy going to the gym.
Okay, that's one of the things where we've spoken about before, where this COVID thing really kills you. Where we're taking away from these lockdowns, it takes out people's, going out and social, being social with each other, getting out of the house.
Yeah,
that's part of the
problem. That's
problem.
a very big. That's been a very big loss for me personally during this time.
So where were you going to work out?
I was going in Syosset.
But aren't they open now? So why aren't you going now?
I don't know. I don't know if it's really safe.
Okay. You know what? There was more, honestly, the other day I went, I'm going again tomorrow. There were more people at the gym than I assumed would be there, maybe because it was opening day. And it's because I used to go at like 11:30 and it'd be empty. Me and a couple of other people, maybe it was just that it's reopening and everybody wants to get out. But I got to tell you, I felt pretty safe. I didn't feel, I was 6 feet. If I was hitting bags, there was like a bag between everybody and you had to be in a certain spot. And I threw a little bit with somebody and we were both wearing masks. But, for most part, I felt safe. You can't shower there. And they're constantly wiping down everything. And you know what? It's doing the best you can. So you got to make a decision if you're going to do it or you're not going to do it. And for me, I was happy to be out and do that.
I will. I'll eventually go back. I'm just giving it a little time. I want to see how the world responds to the opening up, and
Right. Yeah. No, I understand. You don't have to be the first person to get out there.
I also feel like it might kind of be like, January 2nd right now. Like, when everybody, goes and piles in, and I want to let everything die down and see how everything goes and then go from there.
Well, you know what I'm worried about? Well, now we're getting into the fall. My allergies are starting.
Oh, please.
So like sneezing is like saying bomb on an
apple. Oh yeah, no. Yeah.
It's horrible. Like, tell me, like somebody sneezes and you're like,
Well, the schools have like the isolation rooms, they call it.
No.
So
what's that?
if somebody appears to be sick, coughing, sneezing, they remove them.
Right.
They have rooms set up.
Diarrhea.
It's a harsh term, but they try to tone it down. They say, it's an isolation room, but it's somewhere just so that they can be separated from the general population.
So they're being quarantined,
basically, until they can figure it out, which is a smart thing. But like you said, if somebody has allergies, or you sneeze, or just the slightest cough, everybody's gonna look.
Oh, it's horrible. Like if right now if you sneeze near anybody, like the world just stops. Am I wrong?
No, I mean, I remember it like 6 months ago when if you were on a train just as it started becoming more prevalent, if somebody just cleared their throat, everybody like turned around and, said, so the person was sick.
Right. Oh, well, the trains were disgusting to begin with.
Oh, yeah.
That was one. Oh, I'm happy. Well, I was never a mass transit person anyway. I get to drive to work.
Yeah.
Which was always good. I think that's what kept me safe. Now I'm worried. I'm not going on the subway.
Subway's a big part of the city. It's the best way to get around. It's easy. It's convenient. It's frequent.
But there's nobody in the city, so
there's nowhere to go.
Doesn't matter.
So that's the end of that.
I don't. Well, homeless people aren't allowed in the subways anymore, and I don't think they're taking Ubers or cabs anytime soon.
No.
That's one of the big issues. Oh, what a day! So I forgot to tell you. I was volunteering. I decided to do some community service
by choice. It wasn't like 200 hours of community service or something.
No. I taught a blind kid on Zoom how to do sign language.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait.
Kidding. I taught a blind kid on Zoom how to do sign language.
I was trying to figure out if this was something new for a kid. That's horrible.
Is that too soon?
I'm thinking of all these people going back to school, and I'm saying, oh, wow. And then I said, does Rob know sign language? And does he knows, you definitely threw me off there.
I thought I would. And that's going to do it for today's episode of Aging Immaturely. If you have a product that you would like to discuss on air, please email us at agingimmaturely@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Aging Immaturely.